All right, everybody. Welcome to the weekly cast. I am your host, Code Marvelous, and today we are going to be working on an idea I've had for a while, which is that with a lot of people playing ice destruction and things of that nature in the current environment, we should look into updating the Rude Boy deck to eliminate programs and try to generate a lockout before that happens. So what I've done here is I've loaded up the most recent successful Rude Boy deck, which is Combat Mosh, which went 7-0 at Worlds 2019. And what I've done is I've eliminated everything except for Uprising, so we can see how we might change the deck to include new cards and update it. Hey Zareth, welcome. Alright. So first things first, let's think about agendas. I don't think that any of these agendas fit into what we're doing here. The Cyberdeck's Sandbox could potentially fit into the same slot as Oaktown, but we're not actually purging virus counters very frequently with this deck. So let's move on to assets. Okay, Balder, you can't... Okay, stop pulling wires to get my attention. Alright. So there's been a bunch of new stuff put into play. Yeah, I don't know why Rain and Reverie's coming up. Alright. So, I don't know if wall-to-wall is something that we maybe want. I don't think we're a deck that goes slow enough for it. Because the other big thing that we can do here is if there's, like, you know, Trojan Horsing and, like, Arc Lockdowning Chisels is a play, right? Alright, let's look at Ice. I think Ice is the big thing that we're going to want to look at. So we have Border Control. Yeah, Mogo's rotated. So we have one slot right there. I'm always so hesitant to do Trace Ice when we're giving out so much bad pub. I mean, Colossus could be a good one. Colossus fits into our game plan, and we're certainly rich enough for it. I really want to get rid of Roto Turret, because Roto Turret feels very, very bad in the current environment. So let's go ahead, and at the very least, we're going to get one Colossus in. So I definitely want to get rid of this Roto Turret, which frees up an influence. So we have one influence to play with. How much is Salem's Hospitality? Oh, it's not going to show up because I have all the sets taken out. I guess our biggest issue here... Yeah, let me turn everything back on. So Honor and Profit. Do we still have Lunar, or is Lunar gone? I can't remember if Lunar's gone. Alright. So let's see what fun stuff we have access to. Engram Flush could be an interesting splash in this deck because we can get the programs into the bin by surprise and then yeet them into the abyss with an Arc Lockdown. Oh, you know, I guess we do have Cyberdecks. So I think we can probably cut one Oaktown renovation and do, what is it called? Cyberdecks Sandbox. Just as a one-of, just to see how it feels. All right, let's give that a go. Let's see how it does in the current environment, right? Because this, I think, has the potential to be strong against Hoshiko, and then it's still strong against other people because other people are using their recursion tools as like things that they're doing like fun, tricksy things with. So I don't think that people are really prepared for having to use their recursion for breakers. So let's go into Alex Chan's game here with our Rude Boys. Okay, Balder, I'm gonna pick you up, okay? Because I love you. And I'm more than happy to pet you. Come here. I'm wearing my Deku shirt for all the weebs out there. Ooh, Quetzal. Okay, so this is not a good opener. We're gonna mulligan that. For some reason my plugin didn't come up. That was weird. Don't quit. There we go. All right. So I think to start, we just do Rashida in a remote with a border control in front of it, and then click for a credit. Because they don't have a program down to be able to steal this SDS. Okay, so they went right for the day job. So they're setting up probably for some bigger late game. Oh, this is nice though. So we're gonna put Rashida in server 1. We're gonna put Afshar on HQ. And we're going to put Colossus on R&D, and then we're going to pass turn again. And then next turn, we're going to Too Big to Fail into IPO. Most likely. So yeah, let's res Colossus. So they're going to get something out of our hand. Balder, just chill. Do we want something like a wake-up call to get rid of hardware in this business? They're probably going to trash that. So we lost the Too Big to Fail, which really stinks. We'll res the Afshar here, because otherwise they're just going to pull us apart. Really wanted that Too Big to Fail too. How's everybody doing today? Hey Jess, or Jessica, I don't know if you prefer Jess, and Andrew. So we have the Engram Flush. I think at least to... I think here we just click for 3 credits and ditch the Cyberdecks into the bin. Interesting. Okay, so we're gonna hedge fund. I'm going to draw once. Should have done that first. And then we're going to IPO. So let's put the Engram flush. Actually, let's put the Tithonium on server 1. Let's gain a credit, and let's IPO, and next turn we'll go for the Oaktown. Yeah, I think I want to see how effective it is, because if we can like yeet some programs out of their hand with an Engram flush, I think that'll be really solid. Oh, interesting. Interesting choice. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to put this in, and we're going to advance it twice, but we're not going to score it. So they're just going to let us have it. Okay. And then we're going to put... Nope, that's not what I meant to do. But we'll put Oaktown in server 1, and then we'll advance it once. Because we're just going to go fast, right? I think Punitive Counter-Strike can be good, but I think some people are moving back to Film Critic as their restricted card, which can cause problems, right? Alright, so they're not pressuring us at all, so I'm just going to keep pounding on this until they decide that they want to do something about it. Oh, please hit the SDS. So they're going to get rid of the Clot, obviously. But there's the access so that we can get rid of. So let's go ahead and Trojan Horse for 14? Yeah, 14. Let's Trojan Horse for 10. To get rid of Trope. And then let's get rid of Angolo with Arc Lockdown. What a play there, huh? So we got probably both tropes. We're just gonna keep pushing, right? That's our mission. Another one. Okay. So we can't do that one. Let's res Tithonium. We'll pay the alternative cost to keep our credit advantage. How many copies of Trojan do we have? Not enough. Interesting. Okay. So here we're going to end the run, boot them out. We're going to advance, 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 and score out. Keeping our credit advantage. Let's draw once. Let's draw again. And then let's hedge fund. Next turn, we're going to try to push the Cyberdeck sandbox. They might get it here based on their previous luck. But we'll see. Nope, they didn't get it. Okay. All right, but they are going to maw us. We just got to keep rolling, right? Afshar is just so nice and taxing for a 3-strength piece of ice. And this this Colossus is really holding down the fort over here. So that refunded the money that we spent on it. Gonna try to go in there to recuperate. We'll purge virus counters. Let's go ahead and armor up the centrals just to slow them down a little bit. And that's game. Good game. All right, let's find another game. So we're 1 up. Jessica, what have you been playing lately? Yeah, Andrew, I think Rig Shooter really has a tremendous amount of power behind it. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the critical sauce for Az to become really viable again is for Aesop's Pawn Shop to unrestrict. I feel like when that happens, Az has a chance of being a higher tier identity. You know what I mean? I got a lot of pots going. I've got my very funky cash refresh deck that's 2 up thus far. And then I'm also working on Haley. And then I have this is my primary deck right now that's been doing very well. It went 3-0 at a GNK and has been doing very well. This is the most recent iteration. I'm trying out, I previously had Labor Rights and I put in a Singleton Trope. Because I found myself not using labor rights or just losing them to incidental damage along the way. Whereas trope is something with that extra MU, I can just toss it down with a paladin buck whenever I draw it, and then if I end up using it, I end up using it. Ooh, this should be interesting. I don't like this hand, though. That's not much better. Okay. So let's go ahead and do draw, hedge, IPO. See what happens. Boo. Good luck, have fun. So let's definitely put that on HQ. And let's gain a credit and we'll ditch Cyberdex for now. Let's put that in a new remote. Let's put the Rashida in there, and let's get a buck. Ooh, Eater, an APOC deck. Sorry. Oof. I kind of want to hold on to all of our events because we're likely to lose some number of them. One, two. Score, and then we gotta ditch something. It's probably gonna be DRM. Put that in the remote, put that on HQ. This is an interesting build they got going here. They're just looking to get rid of ice, I guess. Okay, probably here. We hit this. We arc lockdown, diversion of funds, and then we go get too big to fail and hit that. Yeah. We're just gonna push it to the limit, right? If they don't install any programs, we just don't res. Yeah, we don't have to res shit because they can't steal here. so that run amok was wasted. 1, 2, 3, and score. I mean, I think one of the biggest advantages that we have here is that we're just going super duper fast. And because we're going super duper fast, we're outpacing a lot of the setup that our opponents are trying to do, right? Let's draw. Let's draw once more, and then let's IPO. Because we really just need to find an agenda and close. Let's draw. Let's put baddie in there, and then let's hedge fund. Okay, you can just have that. Do we just try to push? Do they have the MK? They're not showing the MK. So I think we just try to push. So now they lost that too. I don't want to deal with that anymore. Let's get rid of run amok. Let's put that in server 1 and hedge fund. Let's draw. Is there an MK in the bin? I'm not seeing one. Gotta push, right? Gotta go for it. So they can't access anyway, so we can just keep them out. Oh, I hope they know that they can't hippo more than once a turn. Yeah, if Hippo moved more, it worked more than once a turn, it would be the most devastating card in Netrunner. Doing pretty good. What is that? We're 3 up now? I like this opening hand. So let's put an ice on HQ just to disincentivize. And then let's too big to fail and IPO. And we're starting out at 20. Yeah, especially David with things like Street Peddler and stuff. You could just like rip through a whole server. It's a gutsy play. Let's draw. Let's draw again. Let's put that on HQ. Alright, let's put this in a new remote. Let's put that behind it and advance. Not ideal. Draw. Draw. Yeah, I mean, Adam's gonna probably be a tough break for us. But we might be able to stabilize. Let's put that in server 1. Let's draw. Let's put that on R&D. I'd really like to draw into a Trojan horse soon. Let's res border control. We want them to be spending as much money as possible. Hey, Janktivist. I'm trying to redo the Rude Boy deck for the modern era. And I guess since we're going to lose it anyway, we'll start a side game. We'll do 0. Oh, I guess that was stupid because now we can't fire Trojan Horse. That wasn't smart. Alright, let's go ahead and get on the board here. Hey Boris, welcome. So we just need them to not win off of a random pull, is basically what it comes down to, so that we can Trojan horse them. Let's draw. Let's draw again. These are garbage now. I don't think we're gonna make it, kids. Oh, we're fucked. Yeah, we're done. Oh, nice. They didn't hit any agendas somehow. Let's draw. Where are the Trojan horses? Or a consulting visit? Really? Either one's fine? I guess we have to try to push here. Server 1. Server 1. Advance. Time to push it to the limit. Push it to the limit. Yeah, I know. I know. But we have to be trying to establish threats. Next turn, I think we push the Oaktown. Oof, this HQ ice feels so bad. Okay, so I think our play is to install the Oaktown, advance, and then yeah, that's probably the most we need to do. Then get rid of Corroder? And just like I predicted internally, I should have vocalized that. I made it low enough that they might pay to save Ngolo, so now they're starting this turn with no money. Yep, so they're going to put Corroder back into the deck. And cycle it back through. That's a neat play. They're still broke. In fact, I might Audacity the Atlas this turn. Because I think that this is safe in the remote for one more turn. What do we think of that play? Instead of finishing the Oaktown now. Oh, and I'm just going to pre-res this because they're probably on interdiction. This is, I think that one of the most interesting things about playing the Rude Boy deck is that the games always feel yeah, I think actually just using the border control immediately there is the better. Oh no, shit, I can't do it. I guess I just let him have it. Fuck, I fucked it up. Yeah, I think I lost this one, unfortunately. Adam's a tough play for these types of decks if you can't get ahead early and find that we were just waiting on the Trojan horse for turn after turn after turn in the early game. I also didn't put good ice on HQ, which I think was a critical mistake. Do we want something like a wake-up call in this deck? Yep, so we lost. Good game. Well played. Alright, so we had some very critical misplays. They played their outs. They used their recursion correctly. So we lost that one. I gotta be a little bit more judicious with my ice placement versus Adam, because our HQ was just... Even though HQ ended up not being what gave us up, we were just too porous. No money cards. Alright, so let's Afshar, R&D, remote. Good luck, have fun. So we're gonna put down Rashida and click for a bunch of money, see if we can bait out like an inside job. Oh, it's one of these. Oh, it's a do nothing deck. Okay. So let's go ahead and put that in there. Let's put that in front of it. And that's too big to fail. We were not going to need digital rights management. We're not going to probably need more draw. We're going to try to get 2 counters on this Atlas and just jam jam through. Yeah, we're just gonna keep doing this. Yeah, I'm wary of the sneak door. Okay, so they didn't get anything. So we're going to put that on archives. And we're going to put that back on HQ, or on the remote. And then we're going to go right into the Oaktown score. What is the text on Trojan Horse? Does it say access during a run or accessed at least 1 card? So advance, advance here, so that we can finish it and replace whatever they bounce. What is that? Oh, that's cute. Okay. So we're going to put this guard and this Cyberdeck sandbox in a fresh remote. Methinks. Look at all these. So let's put that in a new remote with the guard in front of it. We're not going to need probably this trebuchet. Or this baddie, to be completely honest. So here's what I'm thinking. Well, let's see what we draw. Oh, equivocation. Oh, right. They can use equivocation even if they don't get to access cards otherwise. So this is actually very good for us because they really significantly padded out our hand. So now what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to score out this Cyberdeck Sandbot. No. We have hostiles on the deck, yeah. I think I can do this on the next turn because what I'll do is I'll finish the cyber decks. They can't bounce the Oaktown, and then I'll score the Oaktown, and then go get hostile and finish it with Audacity. Res Colossus here. The knob is for Amakua. Okay, Border, stop! Actually, realistically, I probably should have just let them in so that they didn't get the counter on Amakua. Because now they're going to get this. Baldur, stop! Oh, perfect. So we're going to blow up that Amakua. Oh, Baldur, I touched the medicine on the fucking back of your neck. So probably next turn we go get an Atlas. We do that. And then hopefully, then we'll use the last counter for a hostile. Then after this game I gotta go wash my hands because I ended up with Baldur's medicine. It's time for his monthly flea meds. And he's got the juice all over his neck. The outfit is not my favorite Wayland ID. My favorite Wayland ID is Argus. I'm just giving this a go. Oh, the black file. Well, we're gonna need to get it out of hand. So let's go ahead and put that on server 2. Let's put that in there. Nope, not what I meant to do. Undo, click. And then just gain some bucks. Yawn. Alright, at least 1, 2, 3 deuces are gone. 2 falsifieds are gone. I'm actually going to trash this so there's no access. No, I guess I leave it. Wait. Oh, yeah. Knob. This is bullshit. I hate these style of decks. Sure, I'll res guard. This is... I hate these decks so much. Like, there's so many runner strategies right now that are, like, actually fun to play against and still ridiculously powerful. So I don't understand why people choose in that environment to still play, like, things like this. Like, there's absolutely no need for it. Because now we literally just can't win. Didn't go fast enough. They trashed Rizeki. Here, actually, I gotta wash my hands real quick. Let's keep this. Good luck, have fun. Let's draw once. Let's too big to fail into IPO. What a start. A 20 credit start. Let's put that on R&D. Let's put that on HQ. And let's gain a credit. Let's put this out in a new remote. Let's put this in there and advance at once. We got to try to push, right? So this is probably some sort of Euler cycling deck. So let's just go ahead and get that out of there. Let's draw. Let's draw again. Too big to fail. Get a Rashida in there. So let's res the guard. So this deck doesn't have any NGOs. Let's draw. Let's hit that, and then let's put that in there. Yeah, they don't know we don't have any NGOs, that's true. I think we definitely need to get the Trebuchet on there. Draw. Draw. Oof, the flood out. Alright, so alright, so we managed to dodge that. We just got to keep pushing. I mean, we're completely flooded out, but we just have to push. Like, we're... Oh, we did terrible against Leela. I really don't think that there's a way that we win this. We're so flooded. We have 7 out of 10 agendas already. Yep, that's game. Yeah. I don't know. We might be a little fragile. I'll be the first one to admit that I don't have a ton of experience testing this. So, or playing this specific style of deck. And the other thing that you also keep in mind is just runners are very good right now, right? Like, that's just a thing that we have to deal with. You know, I'm kind of comfortable doing this. Water, stop climbing over my wires. We're starting to fall apart a little bit here. We got no money. Nope, good game. Alright, I'm pulling the ripcord. We don't have enough ice. I don't know, corps are hard right now. I feel like there's too many tricks right now. Yeah, all right. Like, we feel really poor for a deck that's supposed to be incredibly rich. Alright. Nope. Told her stop. Everything that depends on ice feels kind of bad. Right? Yeah, I mean, money is what this game is ostensibly all about, right? I saw a wild... I wish I could remember what was in it. I saw a wild asset spam blue sun, which was just using Maryland's and then doing the Maryland cycle with the blue sun ability and a bunch of like must-trash assets that they could pick up on non-scoring turns to keep in their hands so that they couldn't be trashed. It was really wild, but I don't remember exactly what was in it. People seemed really excited about GameNet when it was first spoiled and came out, and now I hardly see it. I guess the biggest issue is it's really hard to rig shoot right now. And we also didn't even one time get the matchup what we wanted. We didn't face an Anarch Chisel deck like even one time. Because they only run one copy of Breakers, so they're really fragile to our gameplay. We've been playing a lot of kind of off-brand criminals and shapers that have multiple copies of everything, right? A lot of people doing these latch work. Let me see if I can find Cable Carnage on Slack. Tell me what people have been playing. Is Cable Carnage even on Slack? Yeah. Yeah, I've been seeing people play some CTM, but I don't have a list for it. Yeah, I mean, I think Earth Station can be fun. I mean, we could certainly try doing something like that. Alright, well, yeah, we're gonna do all 5 threes, right? Or as close to that as we can get. So that's Bologna SSL, right? That's the sauce. And then fly on the wall. So let's just go ahead and get the triple punitive in. Let's get one archived in. Hedge fund, IPO. Or would we want GFI for this? Alright, well... Cable Carnage was kind enough to share this with me. Let's take a look at it. Let's ditch some of these decks that I'm not likely to play very much of. I don't like this one. Greg Tung, you're a great deck designer who designs decks that are not the kind that I like to play, but they're very good. What's the person... I always forget, like, the Magic player can name conventions. What's the one who likes to play weird, powerful interactions that, like, take their opponents by surprise? Gauntlet is such, like, a middle finger. Yeah. Everybody out here on these boomerangs, huh? So I guess looking at this list, my first query... Oh, it is a Paulies deck. I was like... Where's the Paulies? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 triggers for Paulies Cafe. We'll double back on this. Alright. Let's go back over here to this GameNet deck. Alright. Alright. We'll leave this as is for right now. Obviously we want Rashidas. We probably want NGOs. Because that's how we're going to force them to spend money on shit runs. Consulting visit, probably. Well... So what's our influence spread? We have our punitives. We probably want 3 scarcity. IP block. Turnpike. Gold farmer. Toll booth X2. We still have 9 influence. That's a lot of influence. Batty. Oh. Surveyor. Do we want hard-hitting news? Probably. Just to have the threat, right? Nope, that's not the one I wanted. Slot machine's a classic. Do we have enough for consulting? I think we do. Yep. We probably only need 2 hard-hitting news. Boom? Yeah, boom could work, because that way we have the kill 2 ways. Then we can also do fly on the wall and closed accounts. You know that? This is a deck. Let's do it. Good game, Net. Alright. This seems like a deck. Just waiting on an opponent. Don't know when I'll be back again. Yellow has so many good cards. How'd they get so many good cards? This still isn't automated, right? I will keep this. So let's put that on HQ. And then let's hedge fund. Hedge fund. So the kill's ready now. So let's go ahead and generate a new remote. Let's put a fly on the wall in there and advance it once. Because Logic Bomb is currently encountering, so they would still need to lose the 3. Yeah, you sure can. I hope we get the other logic bomb here. Oh yeah, game net dollar. So I don't think... So I think we got him, right? Because 5 cards is certainly not 6. Good game. Sometimes you gotta hit him with the pew-pews. It's also worth noting that that was literally the last turn we were going to be able to do that. Because they were going to just rock our shit. With their huge hand size. Alright. So I think we put this on R&D. We scarcity him, and we gain a credit. Looks like a cantrips deck, maybe? Scarcity is such a nightmare. Let's go ahead and make a new remote with the slot machine, put the Rashida in there, gain a credit. I don't think direct access is a very strong card, generally speaking. So if we can get the second punitive here, we're going to try to push. Good, we got it. So we're going to install... Advance... Hippo. Probably get rid of Rashida. No respect. No respect. Alright, so let's advance. Let's put a gold farmer in front of it and gain a credit. Advance, 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 and score. Hard-hitting news is junk card against somebody that is almost guaranteed to be on misdirection and can go get it at instant speed. Let's force him through with an NGO front. Because the money's going to get wildly out of hand soon. Surfer. Wow, so cool. All right, we got to go for it. So let's res Gold Farmer. Okay, now they gotta get Gauss out. Okay. Alright, so in they come. And we got him. We gave him. Pew, pew, pew. Pew, 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 pew. Alright, let's try this Polly's deck. What a fun day. Alright. Okay, he can't get through to me. Let's get him in here. Hey, man.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Hey everybody, this is Rob. You all know Rob. Rob's great. So I just shared my screen with you.
Yeah. Yep, I got it.
All right, let me turn the music off and turn your volume up a little bit. Give me 1 second. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, sure. Of course, now you're on a Shaper deck, so I'm useless. But
we actually just spitballed a GameNet punitive deck that was doing pretty okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This seems bad. No, but we have a lot of things that we can clear and try to match their hand size, so we'll keep it for now.
Yeah, I like Gamble Peddler.
Yeah, Gamble Peddler feels nice, right? And yeah, Jess, thanks for watching the stream. Yeah, it was a fun little tournament. I don't know if you saw, Rob, that Sanjay was playing this deck where he was using Satyr to put snares back on the top of the deck.
Yeah, I totally lost that.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, what a miserable nightmare.
Yep. So this is interesting. There's Cider Spam. What do we hit with the Peddler?
So we have a Polly's Cafe, a Diesel, and an Esk self-modifying code. So we have the Polly's, which is something that the deck is built around.
Right. What do we have to combat assets?
I believe this is something I borrowed from Cable Carnage.
Cool.
It's Rizeki Drip. That's our...
That's okay. That's all we have for spam. Beth will help.
And some laundries.
Cool. All right. So I think that we have to check those remotes.
Yeah. I think that's fair. Yeah. F that.
Okay. All right.
What's this one? Maryland, probably, right? Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
I'd trash that. Because they paid for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
They paid for it, right? And
Yeah,
then now they don't get a single bit of benefit, right?
That's true, but we're also on low credits.
Yeah, well, we're living that low credit life.
All right, fair enough. They've got 4 in hand, so why don't we just take money?
Yeah, seems great. Oh, look, another Peddler. Peddler's great.
Yeah.
I love
right.
Peddler, man. I think it's one of the best cards in Netrunner.
It's very good. It's great if you've got a lot to install.
Yeah, which I hear Shapers are in that business,
Yeah, they are in that install business. Should we Peddler first, or do you want to check it first?
let's pedal first. Right?
All right, what do we hit?
So there's 2 boomerangs on it and another copy of Polly's, which obviously we're going to take one of the boomerangs. But now we have surprise boomerangs, which is nice.
True. Do you want to put down Critic just in case they're running Ikawa?
We could. And then let's check that.
Yeah, I think so.
Commercial Bankers Group.
Get that out of here. Yeah. I think I played against this deck yesterday. They were running Ronald 5 on top of a Manta Grid to try to get everything on. Yeah.
At least this weirdly shaped building is finally seeing some play.
Yep.
Yep, that's probably the combo right there, the Manta on top of the Ronald 5, right? Because the
I imagine.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
Getting their Jeeves back. All right. How many stim hacks do we run?
I hope 0, apparently. Oof.
Wow.
Oof. I might have cut a boomerang and a harmony for 2 stim hacks, but that's just Dan.
All right. Let's see.
I think we need to. I don't know. Well, first of all, let's get this Polly's out of here.
Okay. I mean, we need to start making money. So, do you want to get?
Well, we could pile stuff onto Polly's also.
Yeah, I feel like running all of this whole package without any stim hacks seems.
Yeah. Again.
Okay.
I literally just borrowed this deck from Cable.
Oh yeah, no.
Because he beat our outfit with it because he had like 3 copies of every breaker, which makes being Rude Boy outfit very hard.
Right. No, I'm not really criticizing it. Just trying to understand how the engine's going to get going.
Sure.
So we've got 2 boomerangs on the
the other
on
one has
the other pedal.
Dose boomerangs on it, so we can contest an iced server.
Right. We need to find a way to make money. We're not. Are we on ESOP? Oh, there's a good money card.
Yeah, there's a money card. Welcome to this terrible slow roll that is Shaper money.
Yeah, we're not on ESOP because we're on Critic.
Yeah, Critic's good if you have like a middling amount of money for most of the early to mid game, right?
Right.
I think we can load up Corroder.
Balls? Yeah, sure.
And probably the Palangi. Having like surprise Palangi just like waiting in the wings feels very nice.
Yep.
And then there's another critical thing because once Beth and Hernando go down, our Corroder install is 1 credit mid-run.
Yep.
I love Hernando as a splash and a shaper.
Yeah, especially since you're not going to be interacting with their economy very much early on.
Yeah, it's just like, how about I take all that money back? We got to go get that, right?
Well, no, they're going to res a Ronald 5, and then that's going to get them the restore back, and then they're going to restore the MCA next turn.
Okay, so talk to me, Goose. What do we do?
Okay, so assuming that server 4 is a Ronald 5 sitting on a Manta Grid, Ronald 5, I think, has a trash cost of 3, which means that we need to have 9 credits to contest it without triggering their ID, or we contest it last click. So we could take 2 and then run server 4.
So I think we take 2. We can put Beth down. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Okay, and that's our turn. Take 1, put Beth down?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, take 1. I forgot put Beth down. Because Beth... the sooner we get down Beth, the better. And then do we want to threaten server 4 or get rid of MCA austerity?
Yeah, let's do the MCA now. And I was misremembering Manta Grid. That gives them an extra click, not takes a click away from us. It's the Ronald 5 that takes a click away from us.
Correct. And now we have the Cyber Trooper Talut, which is
cool. I don't think that's gonna make that much of a difference this game.
No, but I'm just saying it's like we've already found the 4 connections that are supposed to power Polly's.
Totally.
Oh,
okay. I was
the whole time?
dead wrong about that. Sorry.
I mean, Tempest. What?
Yeah. We're not running pad taps or anything good like that, are we?
No.
Okay. So...
do we want to see if we can get a res on HQ? That's probably another Tempest, right?
I imagine that it's a Tempest on HQ. Runner must lose click click. So then,
It's click click or brain damage, right?
okay, how much do we care about our hand?
Well, we care a lot about being able to match their hand size.
Right. True. Okay.
We can check. Let's check R&D. We haven't gotten any of these free accesses
Yeah.
that we should be getting. Hey, look at that. Yeah, I'll toad steal that. Let's go in again.
Yeah.
Delectable. Okay, so there is the Manta Grid.
The trace on Tempest is 4?
3. So
Trace
Talut will actually help us.
Yeah, okay. So then maybe we just draw a card and put down Talut? Okay.
I know you're going to love the choice of console in this deck.
I don't think that we're going to ever spend 5 credits to install it.
Well, that's what Pauly's Cafe is for.
But no stim hack.
Yeah. But like we can get like it down to like 2 cost. 2 cost is doable.
Okay. So we don't really have enough money to diesel unless we're just going to be able to load up Paul's Cafe.
That's kind of the idea.
Okay.
So we can
laundry's good.
Yep, we can put the Rizeki right on there.
Yeah.
Right? We can put the Euler right on there.
And then do you want to get down Hernando last click? Because we can install the Rizeki at start of turn if we spend 2 on Hernando, right?
Well, we already have 2 uniques. Right?
Oh, you're right. Okay, so then let's just laundry last click, right?
Yeah, let's laundry R&D it, and we'll forsake our lat draw this turn. Oh, yeah thanks. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Thanks.
All right.
Yeah, we can just do one of these. It'll cost us 1, or it should have cost us 1. Is that only our turn?
2 to install Rizeki.
Wait, what
happened? The first card you install this way during each of your turns.
Oh, whoops. I fucked it up.
Oh, well. Okay, they biotic'd out another...
All right. People are yelling at us to deal with this Jeeves.
Yeah, obviously we need to deal with the Jeeves, but we needed to set up some money. Yeah.
All right, so let's go in there and get that. And we can get Corroder out at some point on our turn.
Yeah, for free, no?
1 credit, because it takes 1 credit to trigger the effect.
Okay, right. Well, you didn't do it.
I didn't. Well, I don't think we need to do it this turn, right? They're not. Right,
but aren't we?
They're not threatening anything behind ice, and we also have boomerangs on over here.
Well, that's true, but if we're just trying to maximize value, then we need to proc it as often as possible, right? Because it's only once per turn. If it were like you can install any number of things at a disc.
Stop! You can't get into my lap. You got medicine on your neck.
Baldur and I are giving you a hard time right now, Dan.
Yeah. Well, he just tries to force his way into my lap. Like, all right, what are we doing with our lives?
Okay, I want to check server 4, get rid of the Tempest. I'm good with taking a brain damage. You probably don't want to. Maybe we get the...
Oh, no, we're definitely not Guru vendoring this shit. Well, yeah, we can definitely get rid of that.
Yeah.
And then I'm happy losing the clicks here.
But then they get the MCA austerity policy back.
Yeah, fine. If they... Yeah, fuck it. They spent that much, they could just get brain damage.
Brain us.
Yep.
All good. Take a brain.
All right, I'm going to do this so you stop yelling at me.
Okay.
And then, do we want to
Let's check server 8. Yeah, I think they're being cheeky.
Okay, and then I'm going to take this off of Film Critic.
Sure.
With our last 2 clicks.
And we get a draw. Okay. So when I played this person, I think it was yesterday, I sort of... They kind of had the God draw at the start, and I ended up giving up contesting the board and just built up a bunch of turning wheel counters, and then went in with like a strength 4 turtle with a bunch of sucker tokens. and ended up flatlining on a Chiashi because I was not respecting it. So, oh, good. All right. So they get 2 clicks, or they get 1 click.
Okay. That's for them. They can just have that.
Should we? Okay, they are at the point where Hernando hurts their economy.
That can be our install for this turn to get us.
Yeah.
Waroid tracker. There's some wild shit going on over here.
Yeah. I don't think we. Yeah. Okay. Harmony. I'm not sure what we harmony for. I guess like lost boomerangs or whatever.
Yeah. We don't have a clot in this deck, I'm pretty sure. Correct. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So they can use that to get back MCA.
So now we have 1, 2, 3 uniques. So we could try to gauntlet them. So let's check R&D, see what happens.
Yeah.
I'll trash that. Go back in.
Do we have any multi-access?
I believe we do. Oh no, we don't. Haha.
Okay.
Let's wait 1 turn and then poke HQ.
No, I want to run HQ now.
Oh, to get him out of biotic range?
Yeah.
Come on.
They're not rezzing. Okay. I mean, we're going to hit a Tempest, but whatever. Or another Manta Grid.
Okay, so we got to pull some stuff out here.
So if we get Euler, it costs us 0 to install and then 3 to break.
No.
Oh no, we have to loop, so it's only 1 to break.
Yep. So. Oh, that feels pretty good.
Yeah, we're still getting Tempest.
Yeah, I mean, but you know. Oh no, it's a Mombat Virtual.
Oh, nice. Okay. Wow, they have so many things.
This on there just to get it out of our hands.
Cool. Okay, and we can gamble first click next turn. This is looking up.
Yeah, and they're not in biotic range.
Correct.
Hey, Bartos. Hey, David again. What is going on over there?
I don't know. This is one of those decks that, like...
Baldur, you can't get in my lap.
I really wouldn't want to face it in Swiss, but in the cut, if you know the list, it's fine.
All right. So what are we doing with our lives? Are we checking that?
Let's gamble first click and then check it.
I actually want to check R&D first.
Sure, yeah.
Because we might just win.
Yep.
People are saying that that's probably Maryland in the remote on the Manta Grid.
Okay. It doesn't hurt us to check it. Maybe we hit an MVT, but...
Well, no, because if we hit the Manta Grid, then if they draw into something or have something... Well, I guess we saw what the top card is, and it's not an agenda.
Okay, let's check server 11 then. Oh, no, we can't check... Hold on, we can't check 9 last click. I think we should check server 9 this click.
Oh, right, because Manta's only if we have less than 6, right?
Less than 6 or no unspent clicks, so we can never check that remote last click.
There's going to be an MVT in here.
Yeah, probably, and they're going to... Okay, a Waroid tracker and a...
Oh, wait, we don't have to trash any of that.
Chat was right.
Yeah, but we don't have to trash anything.
No, exactly. And then, should we check server 11?
I think that's the other Manta Grid.
Sure. Okay.
If we're being honest here.
Do you want to check HQ for 3 credits? Oh, no, because then we hit the MVT.
Yeah, so I think I'm just going to put that down.
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4. So that makes this 2 by my accounting, which gives us the ability to put down more stuff.
Install things to be able to install things. I love it.
Balder. No, I love you. He's like, my camera's not down low enough, but he's literally reaching for my face with his paws.
Oof.
Cats are weird pets, and I don't know why we have them.
Yeah.
Right.
So this click we can.
We're gonna poke Arnie.
Okay. Okay. The fact that they drew a bunch makes me think that they're scared of the gauntlet.
Oh. Tempo
okay.
hits if you just access it? Oh.
Yeah. It's an ambush.
Ugh.
Okay, 2 credits, nothing.
So yeah, you think it's worth going in there?
Yeah, and I'm just thinking, okay, yeah, so we can definitely boomerang it.
No, we don't want to boomerang it. We want to use Euler because then we can't get MVT'd.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Okay, so, well, no, that it costs us 3 to break with Euler, doesn't it?
No, Euler is only 0 to break the turn you install it.
Ah, okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, then perfect.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to HQ. We're going to... Balder.
Oh, or we could use Boomerang and pay 3 for one of the subroutines.
Correct. That's what we're going to do.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because that's the most cost-effective...
Oh, so I think that we could have just used Boomerang on the second 2 subroutines. Oh, no, because we didn't break all subroutines to proc Gauntlet, right?
Manta Grid. Snare!
Good for them. They got it.
Yep, and Guru Devinder prevented the damage. I guess we'll remove a tag and gain a credit.
Sure.
Balder, go! Yeah, Guru jumped in front of that big old bullet for us.
Yep. Not that we really cared about any of these cards.
No, not really. What a weird game we're having.
Yeah. I still think they have agendas in hand. I don't see why they would have started drawing up with Jeeves if they didn't, because they were super broke. So I imagine they wanted to click for 3, but had an agenda, and we just installed the gauntlet.
So what are we doing?
I want to check HQ.
We can't afford that.
Right, because Euler completely sucks. What happened to that simul chip we had?
It got trashed because it was what was hit by that 1 brain damage we took.
Right. Okay.
Stop. Get.
Okay. So let's. How much does Euler break FC3 for? It's 3 to boost, and
if we had some way, if we draw some way to recycle it, it becomes 1 credit.
Right. Exactly. All right. So should we draw then?
Yeah, I think we need to draw. Oh look.
Put that on Paul's and.
Yep.
And then, do you want to put the nanotech on Paul's and then check them last click?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, then we're dead to another snare.
I mean, we're dead to another snare anyway.
Okay.
We're going to live our worst lives, okay?
Cool.
So let's go ahead and install a hosted card. Trashing that one. We're going to see all cards in HQ.
Jeeves and snare. Oh, okay, we knew the Manta Grid.
We got a dirty laundry, which is much needed.
Yeah.
I want to check R&D this turn.
Okay. Do you want to boomerang it and dirty laundry it?
I think I want to dirty laundry somewhere else first. Just so we
are you
have
playing
money.
around Mantigrid?
Just so we have money to fight a Trace or a Mantigrid.
Well, how many Tempestuses are in the trash? It should be... Or Tempi.
2.
Only 2. Okay.
Yeah. Just trust me.
Sure.
Just this one time, Rob.
Oh, I'm trusting you.
All right, so let's go ahead and host the boomerang on there, because the nice thing is this way we only have to put the boomerang on that ice if they res it now.
Yeah, exactly. So we can boomerang it and then just trash something that's trash. I don't know, like
we can trash. I don't know, probably the Euler.
Yeah.
We still have another one to find, and we're trying to recycle it anyway.
Yep.
So we're gonna do this one, and we're gonna say let the other subroutines fire. Ow, 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 Balder. And they paid 9 for that FC3, which feels incredible.
It's very nice.
This is going to probably be a Warroid. Oh, a baddie.
I don't understand where their influence is going.
All right, I'm going to do 1. Look at that. I'm a genius.
Okay, nice. Tier. Oh, boy.
And then probably just draw 1 card, so then we get another card. Ooh, a symbol chip.
Okay.
That's a nice pull.
It is. Do programs that get trashed off of Peddler count as trashed for Simulchip, or are they not programs
they're not
when
installed, they're hosted?
Right, okay.
Oh, we lost.
Yeah, okay.
But we fought valiantly.
So they had it in hand.
Well,
so they top decked it last turn.
Balder, stop.
That's frustrating.
All right. So you can still see my screen, right?
Yep.
So while I was waiting for you, we quick 1-2 with this thing we just hobbled together.
Cool. Okay.
Also, chat pointed out that they could have top decked either part of it because the Maryland Shuffle gave them a different card than the one.
Of course. Yeah. Chat's always on top of things. Okay, so one thing I'm noticing about this is that 15 minutes and Fly on the Wall do nothing for us without an exchange of information. So we could just swap them into a Beal and gain a slot back.
That's true. People were also mentioning that we could have the 4/2 that purges because we're going to have turns that we don't have agendas and don't have anything to do.
Oh, that's true as well. Yeah, but we should probably be drawing on those turns rather than purging. But I don't mind that. One thing I'm thinking is if we consolidate those agendas, we can just get a second consulting visit, which seems pretty good.
And just get like a Beal?
Yeah. Well, I'm not opposed to it. I mean, if they're suggesting that Cyberdex thing, yeah, let's try it out.
Yeah, and then get a second consulting visit.
I think that's our best option.
Yeah, I agree with that. It helps with our core. It helps us be good at our core game plan. Yeah. Which is having the punitives on the turn when it matters.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, cool, Val. I always like seeing Valdex post inject.
I don't like this opener.
Terrible hand.
Yeah, terrible hand. That's better. We have a punitive in hand.
Yeah, unfortunately we can't res HQI, so if they check, they're going to hit our boom and trash it for free. But
oh no, we got Turnpike.
Turnpike, perfect.
All right. So, do we want to draw once? I would draw once, right?
What are you drawing for? A hedge fund?
A hedge fund or another inexpensive piece of ice.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, so we'll just do HQ. You
want to just ditch the Bologna? If they steal it, I think we win.
Well, we don't have 2 punitives.
Oh, true. Yeah. Okay. Surveyor on R&D?
Yeah, that seems right. Sounds of New York.
Sorry. Yep.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, since I don't have fly on the wall, people are saying I should have ditched the closed accounts, which is probably right. That could probably turn into one of psychographics so that if they decide not to clear tags after hard-hitting news, we can just close that way, too.
Yeah. I'm wondering about the hard-hitting news package at all.
I'm going to go ahead and pre-res that in case they're on
Sure.
activist.
I'm just not quite understanding what we're doing with hard-hitting news.
It's just to have the backup plan for the boom, because we had one slot and 3 influence. And it's another way that we can kill if people are broke.
Okay.
And hard-hitting news is sometimes a very powerful card, right?
Yeah, but it tends to be less powerful if your only punishment is basically click to trash a resource.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do.
Just naked? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and then just gain a buck. Let's see what happens.
But if they
run the Bologna first and take it, and they check the SSL.
Right. But if they're checking nothing.
That's fine. So here we're going to just advance the Bologna twice, and then put a...
Rashida in a new remote?
Rashida in a new remote, yeah.
So I think if they just take money and run both, we...
absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, take that shit. Check the other one. Check it. I think we can still get him if we can draw into
a second punitive. If they had taken the SSL instead of the Bologna, then maybe.
We can still do it. I believe in us. And more importantly, chat believes in us. Oh, GameNet dollar, right. It's not automated. Frustrating. But it's very hard to program.
So this turn we put slot machine on R&D and double advance the SSL?
I think that's the right choice.
Ice Carver just wrecks our ice suite.
That's
assuming
true.
That they're on. Oh wait. Yeah, I can't tell from the image. Is that the decoder or the killer that they have installed?
Decoder.
Oh, okay, cool.
So let's fire those unbroken subs, and we're going to get 2 credits, right? Assuming they spend money, right?
Right.
So that's 1. Let's see if they pay in. I have to wonder if they're going to go for it. They do. All right, so do we res the total? I guess we do res
the
total.
we have to.
And then we get another credit there. All right.
So I imagine last click they take money.
Maybe they'll be an idiot and install something.
Well, they have 3 paladin bucks, so they can get down like a daily casts without paying for it.
Yeah, I think we hard lost here.
Yeah, I think so. Yes. Okay. 8 credits.
I think we just have
No.
to try to push immediately.
Uh. Okay. Sure.
I think that's now our only out.
Yep. It sort of looks like like an NGO front. Yeah, and they were holding the I've had worse anyway, so there was nothing we could do.
You can always whiff it. If you whiff it on the first three,
Yep.
then you kill them.
True.
Nobody ever steals my 6 points when I put him down naked. It's an injustice, I say.
But even if they had that turn, if they ran one, ran the other, paid 5, and then took 8 off of Liberated, I think that they were still fine. And we know that they had at least one I've had worse in hand.
Yeah, I know. Just let me have my dreams, all right?
All right, fine, fair enough. Ditch the boom, yeah.
Actually, no, we don't ditch the boom.
Oh,
Ditch
God,
the punitive,
you're right.
because
Dead card.
it's a dead card. Bologna is such a nice design.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it in CTM.
Yeah. Roman goddess of war.
Is that true? I didn't know that. Bologna? Really?
Yep. Mars is like a virility and like the act of violence kind of god, like the act of like massive violence.
My Greek mythology is decent, but I did not know Bologna.
Bologna is the Roman goddess of war, specifically like tactics and like warcraft, for lack of a better way of putting it.
Cool. Yeah.
When Romans would declare war on another nation, symbolically, priest of Bologna would travel with the army and ceremonially throw a spear into the foreign land, symbolizing the Roman state declaring war on that country, and Bologna following them in and blessing the invasion.
Good old Carthago delenda est.
So there's an agenda, right? Like there literally has to be an agenda.
Yeah, and they get in, so I think we just concede.
It's actually, there's this really famous, you mentioned Carthage.
Yeah.
In the first Carthaginian War game, when the Romans were still learning how to sail, because they really didn't have much of a navy and they were losing a lot. There was a famous naval battle where the Romans seemed to have the Carthaginians dead to rights, but the high priest of Bologna said that they couldn't fight because the omens were bad. And the admiral threw the priest of Bologna and his sacred chickens off into the water, and men were so awestruck by the tremendous act of heresy
that they wouldn't fight,
and that the entire navy basically fell apart, and they lost a battle where they had the Carthaginians almost 2-1.
Well, the priest was right.
The priest was right.
Were bad.
He didn't realize how right he was, but he was the bad. He was the bad omen.
Right. Well, killing birds is always bad.
Yeah,
maybe it wasn't the priest, maybe it was the chickens.
People think that a lot of the Roman stuff is just rip-offs of Greeks, but the Etruscans, which were what the Roman
the predecessor
had their own deities that then got merged with Greek stuff, but they had their own stuff. Like
it's Romans, exactly the same as the Christian conquest of Western Europe.
Right. Because a lot of stuff that we assume is Christian is actually the hybriding of Western European paganism and Christianity.
Yeah.
But one of the big things is like the triad of not like the mother witch crone thing, but like the triad of like big deities was a very big Roman thing, because you had the Capitoline triad, which was Jupiter, Minerva, and Saturn. Saturn.
Saturn?
No, not Saturn. Juno. Whichever one is Hera. Why? I don't know why it's escaping me. which one was Hera in Roman. Now that's going to bother me.
Yeah.
I think it's Juno.
Okay.
Let me double check.
I think
Juno. Yeah.
I can't remember. Yeah.
So it was Juno, Minerva, and Jupiter.
Right.
Were the Capitoline Triad, which were the core deities of Rome. And then
This looks like a keep.
And then that got syncretized with Roman stuff.
Right, that makes sense.
This is like a snap keep. 2 punitives in the opening hand.
I like the IP block and the hedge IPO, so we can just hedge IP on HQ IPO.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite, also like little dumb things that people don't realize about Rome. So like I love this is such a terrible, brutal fact. So I'm going to give a little content warning for intense brutality.
Oh, should we put the gold farmer on HQ or the IP block?
I think the gold farmer's better, right?
Yeah,
because it's a hard end to run, right?
Yeah,
and then I think we still IPO here.
Yeah, for sure.
So Romans were big fans of if somebody was enough of a problem but was willing to surrender, they would let people join and become like the provincial governors of the conquered lands. Or Caesar, the very first Caesar, was famous for pardoning enemy generals and then bringing them into his command staff.
Right.
There was one dude who refused to do that, France's first national hero, Vercingetorix, who ended up not leading the Gauls to victory against the Romans in the initial invasion. And the Romans were very hardcore, and Julius Caesar strangled him with a golden woven rope on the steps of the Capitoline Triad in front of a huge studio audience. Because that's what the Romans were about. If you refused to surrender, then they gave you a ritual death where you were a sacrifice to the Capitoline Triad because you were so noble, you refused to give up. Right.
Didn't they also have a thing where they would parade the enemy general down the street and then do the horrible, what's it called? It's like an eagle something where they, I don't want to go into the details.
That's more of a Norse thing, the blood eagle.
I thought that the Romans did it in exactly the circumstance that you're talking about, where a general wouldn't surrender, but they captured that general and then paraded them down the central the Via Appia, and then there was like a specific tomb where those generals were entombed after their horrible deaths.
Yeah, and also, as people are mentioning in chat, the Blood Eagle is likely fictitious thing. It's like a legend. But yeah, no, I mean, Romans were really gruesome, and they did all sorts of wild crap.
I enjoy that we're talking about this while we're trying to punitive the opponent.
I didn't cut. Here, let's draw. Probably draw again, because we just need to get set up.
Yeah, just take a credit and ditch the closed accounts, maybe.
Yeah, I need to cut that closed accounts. I did study classical history, Michael. My focus was on the Roman Empire all the way up to the collapse. Yeah, I mean, and also people are mentioning in chat that Romans, if they really hated you and you really pissed them off, they would beat the ever-living fuck out of you and then bury you alive in a tomb. Not bury you so you would suffocate quickly. They'd put you in a room and seal it off so that you would die slowly over the course of like a couple days of thirst in a tomb. Romans were real big fans of, why don't you just surrender so we don't have to be terrible to you.
Right. Isn't the etymology of punitive from Punic, the Punic Wars?
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool.
Yeah, because the Romans at the end of the Third Punic War were like, you know what? We're done. And they decimated the population, which means killing 1 out of every 10 adults. They forcibly scattered them to the wind and resettled them as slaves amongst all the other provinces. And they also salted the earth of Carthage and took down the stone of all of their temples back to Rome to build new temples in Rome and like dismantled the city.
Yeah.
Like they do not play around. So I think we just put the Bologna out and advance it twice.
Wait, what if we put out Rashida? Oh, okay. So they're gonna
doof us. So maybe we put the IP block down instead.
yeah. So we can IP block HQ, or we could just say we don't care about. We're gonna gain 2 when they doof us. So they're losing 2. We're gaining 2. So it's not that big a swing actually, apart from the res cost of the
gold farmer. So what do we want to do here?
The gold farmer. So I say that we put down Rashida, expose it, res it, put down IP block, take a credit.
Put down IP block in front of it?
Yeah. Like they're spending 2 clicks and 3 credits, and we're getting a refund of 2 credits on the res cost, and then we lose 5, and they gain 5. I don't think we care that much about diversion.
And then what? Click for credit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So also in the Second Punic War, which is the one that most people know about, the one with Hannibal.
Yeah.
The Romans after the war put a bunch of tenebrae, like assassins, on finding him and killing him because he ran and fled with a small group of his bodyguards. And they said, however long it takes, however much money we have to spend, find him and kill him. And it took like 11 years, but they found him in like Asia Minor, thousands of miles away, or like almost 1,000 miles away, and they forced him to drink hemlock.
Right.
They're like, nope, you don't get away. Like they literally turned like a huge amount of resources to hunting him down over the course of over a decade.
Right. Wait, nowadays Asia Minor means the Levant, basically.
Means like Persia. Well,
right. No, okay, but back then Asia Minor was much more expensive. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Oh, it's just a.
Yeah, I think we just let him in.
Oh, you don't want to res? They lose 2 and have to use their boomerang.
But they don't lose 2 because they only have 1 to lose.
Okay, true. Fine.
So, like, we're doing that to, like, cut 1 credit off of their bravado?
No, you're right. It wouldn't cut 1 credit off. It would just mean that they would actually have to use the boomerang.
Right.
Kevin, very impressed with our punitive.
He's like, yeah, kick A. I think at the current credit totals that we're at,
we can just go for the Bologna score.
Do we do the Bologna or do we do the SSL? Because if they access the SSL, they have to take it.
Well, okay. I want to secure HQ a little.
Okay, so yeah, maybe we do that this turn.
Yeah, but the question is, okay, it's just an IP block. Okay, so I think we want
we can overwrite a gold farmer with a gold farmer here, if we wanted to.
I don't think we want to. Gold Farmer's kind of awesome, and he probably has another boomerang.
Or do we want to put a surveyor in front of it?
So let's put the second Gold Farmer in front of it. Put the turnpike on the remote.
Do we prevent or say you can see it?
I think that we don't prevent.
Okay.
Put the turnpike on the remote and then install the SSL.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Because they might check it to see if it's a Rashida.
Exactly. And then next turn, depending on how Kevin develops his board, we can
think about pushing it.
Yeah, I think we'll probably push it either way, especially if we draw a money card. But we could put
if we draw like
surveyor down.
If we draw like an IPO, we advance, push that shit.
Yeah.
These gold farmers, when you're against a criminal or a shaper that's not destroying ice, they're so awful. One of my main reasons I moved to Hoshiko is because I hate dealing with this.
Yeah, and I'm as the runner, I'm always planning how I can run through it for fewer than 4 credits. So I'm always making runs with very low credit totals.
Right, which is always good for yellow. Like if you're if you're sculpting your hand so that you have no money, to lose, that's ideal. Like.
It's a big part of why I started playing Mackler in 419.
One of my favorite little tidbits, though, about Roman, despite them being really brutal in many, many, many ways and very bad in many, many ways, Roman multiculturalism. There's a historian who has an account of Roman traders being very put out when they encountered very hairy people in the south of Africa that kept running away every time they tried to approach and discuss trade relations. They were trying to trade with lowland gorillas.
It's amazing.
And they couldn't figure out why they just kept running away every time. And I'm like, this is so... Like, for a society that's what we would describe as pretty racist otherwise, being like, well, maybe they want to trade stuff with us.
Right.
To gorillas. It's incredible.
Ooh.
Big
okay, now we can definitely...
Yeah, now we're definitely going to push. Oof, look at that low credit total.
Yeah.
Did he run?
Yeah, advance, hard hitting.
Because he's like, you're on punitive.
Yep.
Nothing bad's going to happen to me.
Yeah, and like, by all accounts, he should be right, except...
except for in this rare instance, he isn't.
Yeah.
Gosh, imagine if we get a boom here. Or a consulting visit.
I don't think it's worth drawing for, though.
No. I'm saying if we luck sack into that win, obviously.
No, exactly. So we have a 1 in 11 chance of top decking it.
Because we can use either one of the consulting visits or the boom itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not the worst odds.
Yeah, and then I guess this turn, I don't think that he's going to be able to clear all of his tags next turn either. So I think we just score the SSL and then trash like the hunting grounds.
Well, we can't do both.
No, I mean, sorry. I think next turn, regardless what he does here, we score the SSL, and then the turn after that, he'll still be tagged.
If there's still like one tag left, we.
Yeah, exactly. Because hunting grounds. Is really bad for a lot of our ice suite. Yeah, we need to get rid of it if we can. But I don't see... I mean, short of having... Oh, I guess if he has a deuces in hand, then next turn from 5 credits, he can clear tags.
So it's also worth noting that a play that we potentially have is we can go get closed accounts and then trash daily cast.
Yeah. Oh, and he's clicking for credits.
If Kevin hedges here, I think we go get the closed accounts.
I think yeah, okay.
Because this remote's still safe.
Oh, right? It's super safe if we close his accounts.
Yeah, I think we archive... Yeah, I think that's the play. I think we archive for closed accounts, we put them into hell, and then we trash daily casts. See? We finally used the closed accounts. It came through. That feels so bad. Like, clawing your way up to have, like, the clear turn the next turn and then getting your accounts closed feels so bad.
Yep.
Coming in. Do we res here? You can't steal anything.
No, I guess no res. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, he would have known not to steal it anyway, so.
Yeah, he would not have stolen that card.
Okay. Oh, good game.
Good game. We got murder 2 ways.
Yeah, that just feels like a free win.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, though, people read the punitive and they're like, as long as I don't steal an agenda, I'm fine. And if you have a backup hard-hitting plan, that's not true.
Exactly. I guess the problem with both win conditions have the same counterplay from the runner, which is just
having shitloads of money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, things we could talk about as potential options. So, if we remove the closed accounts, hard-hitting play, right? We could get reversed accounts in.
True as well. And then we can also cut the boom, and we can play dedication ceremony, but I don't think that does anything else for us, so maybe that's not good.
I don't even remember. Is it 1 or 2? It's 3. Yeah.
It's 3, yeah. I don't think it's really worth it. We could upgrade our ice suite, maybe?
Yeah, but what would we want to borrow? You know what I mean? One thing
that's a good question. Yeah, like our ice suite is really nice contained in yellow other than Surveyor.
Yeah, it turns out when you play yellow, you just get to have really good ice all the time.
Well, we certainly get another Archived Memories, which is just good in general.
Yeah, and it feeds into our core game plan, right?
And then I'm wondering if we cut the IP blocks for Eli's. Does that make any sense?
Well, we could only...
Sorry. Yeah, it's pixelated, and I can't actually see our influence total.
It's 16 out of 17 currently.
Okay. I guess IP block doesn't do as much. Eli doesn't do as much with our ID, but IP block, if they don't have AI, is pretty underwhelming.
Yeah, especially with a lot of people on link runners right now.
Exactly. Still, they spend 2, and we get 1 back.
Yeah, I mean, but Eli is just good, and it's taxing. Not Eli 2.0, God no. And then we have 4 slots to play with. Oh, somebody mentioned Afshar.
Oh, yeah, I like Afshar.
Yeah, Afshar is a choice. And then that leaves us with 1 influence.
What's a good 1 influence card? I always have this problem in yellow and green. Spending 1 influence. I guess we could play a Chrysium.
Chrysium's not bad, right? It's not
there are maybe other better things to do. Oh, well, hold on. Yeah, I think that we play. We cut the Chrysium and play the Wayland asset that click for 6 and remove a bad pub.
What is that called? Roughneck?
Roughneck Repair Squad. Yeah.
Is that only 1? That's only 1 influence?
It's not that good.
No, but
it's better than scoring a Cyberdex and then purging every turn.
All right, so probably I do want to get the reversed accounts in.
Yeah, and then we can swap the Cyberdex for a Beal.
Yeah.
And then we have 3 slots?
Yeah, we still have 3 slots now.
Okay, so then we can do...
cut some ice. Do we want to get a number of IP blocks back in?
Yeah, how many ice do we have right now? 15?
15.
Yeah, so, yeah, we probably want 2 IP blocks. And then I'm sort of wondering... Well, okay, so one thing I'm considering is a C-source exchange of information, like backup plan, in which case, but then we'd lose a slot, so that costs us at least 2 slots, though we do have the 2 consulting visits. But then we have to turn the Beal into 2 1-pointers, and maybe that's just like too much stuff going on.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So then 3 hedge, 3 IPO, 3 of all of that stuff. I don't think we want to go to 18 ice. That just seems awful.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, we could always... Trying to think.
We could take a preemptive action.
We could, but I don't know how good that is. I guess if we're up against the ice destruction deck, it gets a little better.
That's true. Yeah, I'm not convinced of that slot, but yeah,
I mean, but a single preemptive is usually not bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I must have gotten disconnected from the server.
And we are a bit draw dependent, so like,
Oops.
I guess it helps us, you know, if we have if we draw like all our punishment, but none of the things that they punish early, we can preemptive it back. And I might try like disconnecting and then calling you back because it's gone so pixelated I can't really read.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Go for it.
All right.
All right, how's that?
Looking better. Yeah, much better. Real deck.
Yeah, because I have... somebody mentioned we could run attitude adjustment.
Oh, that's probably better than... yeah, that's almost certainly better than preemptive.
All right, let's see if we can murder somebody.
Adam.
It's going to be hard.
Yep.
Ooh, the
scarcity
feels good. Yeah, keep that.
Yeah.
I mean, we can just put out Roughneck, scarcity, click for a credit.
That's sort of what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Because I ain't doing shit about it.
Well, and if they check it early, like 3 trash cost is not nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just scarcity install, take a buck.
And we got a punitive, a Nerf gun in our opening hand.
Yep.
But yeah, I'll fuck with this deck. This is a decent shell.
Oh, I wonder if this wants like daily quest or something. Because we're already super weak to pad taps.
Yeah, I mean, just the identity is super weak to pad taps, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. So like they're already must trash.
Oh yeah, put down that multi-threader. Like,
I don't get that. Oh, I guess so that they don't
have to trash. They have a less. They're less likely to have to trash.
Yeah.
Cards out of hand.
Yeah.
And they didn't see the punitive, so they don't know what we're consulting for. So they might assume that we're consulting for hard-hitting news.
Yeah, but unfortunately, if they steal this turn, I don't think we have a way to win.
Well, they don't have their console yet.
Right, but we don't have enough credits to double punitive.
Okay, they can't steal that, or they can't trash it, I should say.
How much influence is too big to fail?
I think it's 3. Somebody double check that. I don't want to tab away.
Maybe a too big to fail is worth it. Like cut this, cut. I'm not sure what else. Some too
big to fail
card.
is 5 influence.
Oh, never mind.
Which makes sense. It is supposed to be like a Wayland card.
Yeah.
Now, if they touch an agenda that's an SSL, we just nuke them.
Yeah, exactly. Or, right, they can't steal Valona. This scarcity early versus Adam is just rough.
Yeah, scarcity is a nightmare. Ban all currents. Like...
Oh, they're trashing it. This feels really good for us.
Yeah, I mean, that feels great. So I think we put the gold farmer on R&D.
Sure.
I think we start getting ready and put the toll booth on the remote and then IPO.
Yeah, sure. One problem with this is that once we get an agenda rolling in the remote, they're incentivized to check our hand, and once they get the brain chip down, like we're definitely going to want something on
That's
HQ.
Right, yeah, but that's part of the reason why I wanted to just put the toll booth out, because if an agenda pops into our hand, we want to be able to push it right away. Because if
exactly.
they start piling up in our hand, then we're going to lose to, like, a single HQ access steals 2 agendas, and then they put down a brain chip. Like...
Yeah, exactly.
They crippled their economy early. I mean, we put down the scarcity, too, so we're monsters. But they went super broke early and put down no drip. So that's very good for us.
Yeah, I don't see how they're going to win this game. Sorry for another ambulance.
It's okay. You live in New York. These things, they happen.
I'm also I'm about 15 blocks from the nearest hospital, but it's exactly straight up the avenue that I live on.
That leads to a lot of parts of the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, this feels so bad for them. You got to just click for 3 credits here.
I think so. They don't have any draw going because they can't empty their hand.
Do we even res here? If they saw if they saw an agenda, we just let them have it, right?
Yeah, because then we get punitive, consulting punitive.
Yeah, because then we just blow them up.
NGO front.
They just wanted to get an ice res, I guess.
Yeah, I think they were trying to force a res, which is good for them. They should be doing that.
Yeah, good for them.
It's good play.
Yeah, because we want them to have some number of credits to lose.
Interestingly, they can break Gold Farmer for 0 credits.
Also, little side note, people.
What are they doing? Should we res now? Because then if they break, they lose the credit.
It doesn't really matter, though, right?
Well, it saves our NGO front. Presumably, we put it in the deck because we want it.
So let's draw. And then I would say let's put this Turnpike on HQ. Feels great.
Okay.
Also for all of you, like little Easter eggs, the entrance to the castle on GameNet is the ring from Toll Booth.
Mm-hmm.
Very exciting.
So depending on what we draw, I think just slot machine on R&D, surveyor on the remote, take a buck.
Yeah, if we draw an agenda, we're going to jam slam, though.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe, you know what? We were talking about slots. Maybe we need digital rights management for this deck, because then we can push...
That's probably good.
Because then we can push the agenda on the exact turn when they're weakest to take it, right?
Yeah, I think that's absolutely true. And we could probably cut a consulting, honestly.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, I'm thinking about, like, possible, like, slot swaps. That could go into the preemptive slot.
Yep, and we could cut a consulting for a whatchamacallit, attitude adjustment, and we could probably cut one of those reversed accounts.
Yeah. But yeah, because digital rights management is a very good card. If you're trying to force people to run before they're ready, right?
I guess they're having connection issues.
Yeah.
What are they getting?
Probably their brain chip.
Or a Rozeki, maybe?
They're having a hard knock life out here. Oh no, they're doing
this.
They're doing this.
Oh, okay.
They're doing
Fem
this
for
play.
fem.
It's a very cute play. Where is it going? Oh, that's
It's
so
cute.
fine. That's so fine.
Oh, yeah.
So probably Rashida in the remote.
Yep. Slot machine R&D. Like, we don't care if they're checking our hand at all.
Yeah.
And then surveyor remote.
And then surveyor remote, yeah. Keep up. Not a new remote. There we go.
Yeah, it'd be nice if there were a setting on JNet where you could just be like, this deck only ever builds one remote. So if I ever click new remote, just put it on the remote.
There's actually an ID for that.
Yeah, you're right. We have a turnpike, so they just bypass it for the 1 credit.
Yeah, but that's fine. They're still spending 1 credits on like bullshit accesses.
Yeah. Oh, agreed.
Let's not forget that they also have 0 credits.
It just feels unfair.
Yeah, feels very bad. It's so bad that we don't even want to res slot machine because they don't have the money to lose.
Yeah.
Did they disconnect? Did we disconnect? Let's see. Okay.
Demonology has disconnected halfway through our turn.
Let's see if let's give them a minute.
Yeah, for sure.
This is such a nightmare for them, though. Like
I know. I don't think they're like rage quitting. I think that they're having connection.
No, I think they're
issues.
having connection issues. But I wouldn't be in a rush to come back to this game either.
No, exactly. I might take it as a sign.
Yeah, because this is just very bad. Like, they're a deck that ostensibly wants to really put us on the back foot before we get set up, and they're broke. We have 14 credits and 5 ice down. That's very bad. That's very bad.
Yeah.
Yay, they came back.
Cool.
Good on them. I'm gonna have leftover gumbo for lunch today. Fuck yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, we made some chicken and sausage gumbo last night. And I should probably take some of my many coffee cups that are here by my desk back upstairs.
Oh, I'm such a coffee cup hoarder.
Yeah.
They're like almost single use. And then they just sit there. Okay, well, this is becoming less fun.
I think they got there, yeah.
Oh, good. They found their buffer drive. So this is presumably like the deck list of the week from a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. While we're kind of waiting for them to troubleshoot connectivity issues.
Too bad.
Okay, they conceded. Okay. All right, let's try to get one more. Do you are you somebody that sleeps well, Rob? I have a lot of problems with insomnia myself.
I have I can't fall asleep, but once I'm asleep, I sleep for 5 or 6 hours, and that's enough. So I'm not like an early rising insomnia type where I get up at 2 and can't fall back asleep.
Yeah,
that's horrible. I couldn't live like that.
Did you know that the term insomnia was actually coined during the Augustus era of the Roman Empire because all the deliveries were made at night by law. So wooden wagon wheels going over cobblestones all through the night because the streets were too crowded with people during the day to deliver things.
Makes sense.
So apparently living in the actual city proper or like near the various markets was like a fucking nightmare because people were just yelling and like delivering stuff all night.
Right.
This is a bad hand.
Yeah.
Especially against Adam.
Oh, this is a very good hand. So it's Rashida Ice Scarcity?
Probably double ice scarcity, right? Now that we have...
Oh, come on. Rush if we're going to rush. Just Rashida behind a Goldfimer Scarcity. We can IPO next turn. Come on. If they steal the Bologna, we get the Rashida Fire.
All right, I'm trusting you. We're going to get so rocked.
Good, all right, give them one. They deserve it after last game. That was brutal.
They don't deserve anything.
All right. Well, I wish that they had coined something that had so that our word for insomnia etymologically came from loud wagon wheels instead of we are going to get rocked. They're going to hit it.
Yeah, of course they are.
Yeah.
And they're also going to have like 1 billion credits.
Well, I wasn't expecting them to double gamble. Come on. This is fine.
Is it?
It's totally fine. Watch, they're going to install something. They're going to install like an Earthrise.
Oh, that would be a dream. Yeah, put something down, please. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Punitive.
Oh my god.
We can't though. We can't make it, right? Because
No.
we have to boost the first one by 1, bringing us down to 3 credits, and then we can't afford the second one.
Oh, the worst. All right, so Turnpike on R&D, gain a credit IPO.
Sure.
If it had been 2 punitives that we had drawn, we would have been able to do it.
Yep.
Oh yeah, game net money. I keep forgetting game net money.
Right. Oh wait. Wait, if we had 8 credits last turn, then it's punitive for 3 minus 1. So the first punitive for 4, and then we have 4. No, we can't do it.
Yeah, we still could.
Okay. Yeah.
So basically, we're really... Oh, yeah, absolutely. So they're going to lose a credit.
And we're going to gain a credit.
We're going to gain a credit. Yeah, people are talking about Honey Farm, but yeah, Honey Farm was in the bandbox terminal directive.
What did Honey Farm even do again? Every time you hit it,
I think it was like
you gain 3. Oh no, they lose a credit.
Yeah. It was a rare hexagon-based card that wasn't in Wayland.
Okay. What are the notable hexagonal cards in Wayland?
Hive.
Okay.
That old ice that doubled the number, made it so that people had to discard cards to break subroutines.
Right.
A lot of the old ice had like the hex, like the little.
Didn't
like,
armored servers have it?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Let's draw. We need to be moving forward because eventually shit's gonna get. Oh yeah.
Yeah, put that in there and put another ice on it. What's the ice on the gold farmer? Oh yeah, no, we don't need anything.
Yeah, I'm just gonna we're just gonna ice HQ. Because if they don't go for this, we'll just yeet their money.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a number of them. I'd have to look. There's a number of Wayland cards that have that like hex design on them.
Well, it's tough to figure out how we're going to win now.
We'll do it. We'll figure it out.
I think we're on a rush plan.
So
I just drew a gamble.
Advance, and then
put an ice on it. Yeah.
Maybe the surveyor, because if they end up sticking the tags.
Yeah, I like the slot machine on the outside of anything, because the lower down the server, the less it matters that they're losing the money. You know?
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good point. Basically, what we're trying to outrun here is the brain chip. We want to draw into... This is where we need the digital rights management, because we need to outrun the drawing of the brain chip.
Exactly. Also, DRM for an agenda and then install the reversed accounts.
Also, is a like very, very fun... Oh, yeah. This feels great.
Yeah.
Because now we're just going to take that... Potentially take... I think we wait one more turn, and then we take their money.
Sure. Oh, no, let's just take it now and install the second reverse. This feels so dumb.
Yeah, thank you for your cash.
Yeah.
Yeah, once the brain chip goes down, we lose. There it is.
How much better would these be if they were agendas or DRMs, though?
Probably a lot better, because that goes into our core game plan, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So now we're just trying to rush.
Yep.
So I think we probably want to like draw a card, maybe advance this, put an ice on it, or put an ice on R&D. I think we lose off of R&D, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to put the slot machine. I want to put the slot machine on R&D. They're probably gonna take at least one more turn off because they're gonna draw over their hand limit. So they're probably gonna want to install some breakers this turn.
Yep.
I do want the parliamentary records to show that we lost that Bologna because of that rush opening that you wanted to do.
Absolutely, we did. We were also like 2 credits off of killing them.
I know.
But that's predictable. We should have known that we weren't going to be able to punitive them.
Yeah. Well, actually, Mursk, we kind of want them to dirty laundry here, because then if they don't go this, it's another money card wasted when we reverse them. Gosh, yellow has so many cheap, incredibly taxing pieces of ice. It's unreal.
Yeah, Gold Farmer is just like immense for this archetype. Not even just for GameNet, but just for any yellow deck that's trying to create a credit differential, which basically all of them are. So
yeah. Oh no.
Okay.
I mean,
so we're just rushing.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see some money.
Yeah, a money card would be pretty rad. I'm not gonna lie.
They're smartly using up their money.
I'll res an IP block here.
Sure. Cost them 3. Gain 1 back.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they're thinking running last click here, honestly. Boost one. We don't gain 1 back, but at least they're tagged, and then we can trash their stuff.
Yeah, because then we can... So
I think we trash... Do we trash the critic?
I think it's the Find the Truth, right?
We definitely want to trash Find the Truth.
Yeah, Find the Truth is the pick here.
I think we trash critic, just so that if they're low on credit totals, they cannot steal Bologna.
Yeah, and then...
Ditch the punitive.
Yeah. Now they got a huge clouded up hand with not a lot of money.
Yep.
And we just got rid of literally their best card.
Yeah, well, it was certainly their best card early on. At this point, I think it's somewhat irrelevant. Just because we can never punitive them anyway, unless they make horrendous errors.
The thing that I'm really enjoying is 2 dirty laundries,
3 gambles,
and 3 gambles are already gone.
Yeah.
Now they do have the Rozekis for drip.
Yeah.
But that's very reliable, predictable money. Now, they're probably also going to have 3 stim hacks.
Sure.
Of which we've seen none. So that's important also to stay on top of.
Are they getting another Rozeki?
Probably.
I got to imagine that's it.
No,
Corroder?
The Corroder. That makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, now they can run HQ for free.
We just desperately need money cards. We're not drawing any money cards.
Yeah, what have we gotten? An IPO and a Rashida so far?
Yeah, no hedge funds, no NGOs. Like an NGO would be exceptionally welcome right now, right?
Yeah.
See, now this is a weird example where, again, these fringe cases are always going to exist. But I'm saying this is a weird example where us having the hard-hitting play still would give us an alternate line. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah.
So I think here, we're going to probably just click for credits.
Yeah, and ditch...
consulting?
Consulting, yeah.
Because they're not at the point where they can threaten this Bologna.
Right. Really, we're waiting for us to have more money, or we're waiting for them to have more money so that we can reverse their accounts. But in the meantime, while we're both at super low credit totals, our deck is sort of doing nothing.
Just setting up that rig. A femme, you say?
A femme for a femme. Going. Okay.
That's fine.
Totally fine, yeah. Wait, sorry, which ice was that again?
It's on the Gold Farmer.
The Gold Farmer, okay.
So I think, based on what I'm seeing here, no, because then they can still stim hack into it. Oh, they're going to go for it. We don't have to res anything, because they can't trash it.
Correct.
Or do we res the Surveyor? Because I don't think they can break the Surveyor.
It costs, 4 to get Fem up to strength?
Correct.
Yeah, okay, let's put some tags on them.
Yeah, because they don't have the money for it, right?
Yep. Oof, indeed, Demonology 5. Sort of oof for us, too, though. We got no money.
I mean, but we're just one NGO away from having money, right?
Not if we keep drawing ice. Take a credit, trash one of their cards?
Do we need to?
I don't know.
I don't think that we do. I think we just get money and probably just ditch one of these turnpikes.
Yeah, I think turnpike's the worst.
I would just adore being able to draw a money card.
Well, we were also spending a lot of money without making any back. Like the reversed accounts plays are pretty costly.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing also here is they're at low credits. So they have to clear the tag before they can play something like a logic bomb. So they're just stumbling over their turns, right?
True. Yeah, but I think that we also need to take this opportunity to... what are they doing?
They think it's an agenda in the remote.
Oh, this is so beautiful.
This is so good.
We gained 2 credits, by the way.
Oh,
Unless
what?
they're breaking with Fem.
They're gonna break with them, I would imagine, right? I can't
I guess
imagine.
so.
I can't imagine they're gonna give us that cash, right? Not when they can use the multi-threader.
Right.
Yeah, no, they're not gonna. I think we
Okie
don't.
dokie.
Yeah, that's all you. You did it. You got there. Just as sure as if we had spent the click on it ourselves. Oh, and they lose the buffer drive, which is nice. No tags. Yeah. And we can just get rid of that film critic.
Does this deck run misdirection?
I think it does.
Okay, so if they see the Bologna, they have to critic it. So we trash the critic, which puts the Bologna in archives and preemptive. Yeah.
Oh, they got it. Yay. Good for them.
Yeah, this is very good for us.
Yeah. What a weird game we are having.
I know.
They're just like in hell.
The good news is that the rest of our deck is all money and agendas.
So we'll trash that.
Yeah. Scarcity preemptive.
Yeah, probably actually scarcity preemptive. Money card. The Bologna. And an IPO.
Sure.
Modern problems require modern solutions, right?
I still feel like they're favored here, but
100% they're favored. But yeah.
But if they keep floating tags with their critics out, we can at least kind of sort of protect Bologna sometimes.
So I think this is 100% safer in the remote than it is in our hands.
Sure. Take 2, install. Hope they read it as a Rashida.
I think that's the play, right?
Because the problem is, like, they can steal it for 2 credits unless we can res Gold Farmer. And they're unpunitable, and we don't have punitive anyway. So, like, although if they steal it, they don't win, and we get $9 back.
Their max hand size is back to being 5. So they are punitable now.
Why is their max hand size 5?
Because they stim hacked.
Oh, right. Okay. But if they get the agenda, they'll have 8. Yeah.
I still think this is the right play.
Oh, yeah. No, I agree with you. They're checking HQ every turn.
Yeah, because why wouldn't you, right?
Yeah. So, I think our best draw right now is a hedge fund.
Yep. I think we just click for 3 credits here.
Yeah. And just let's stop drawing Ice Stand. Can we just agree to stop drawing Ice?
Apparently we can't. And I think eventually we're going to probably, double Surveyor the remote and overwrite this Gold Farmer?
No, I don't think we want to overwrite the Gold Farmer. It's boosting the Surveyors.
Yeah, that's fair. So maybe try to get the other Gold Farmer on there or the other Surveyor on there. Go up to 6/6, which would just be a nightmare for them.
Yeah, I think that's it. It might just be Slot Machine.
The funniest thing is they don't get the free breaks with Odore because they don't have 3 virtuals. We trash too many of their virtuals.
Correct.
Oh, that's so good. I mean, 2 for any number is still fine, but it's the same for Surveyor as it would be on anything else, right?
Right.
I do think, or maybe the Gold Farmer goes on HQ.
I can see that.
Just to make it so that this actually costs like some amount of money.
How much does Odore break Turnpike for? Is it 4 credits?
It's 5 credits right now.
5 credits. I think we just put that on HQ because that only costs, effectively 1 to res.
Oh man.
That sucks. Okay, so
So we can
uh,
put that in a new server and put like a slot machine in front of it.
okay,
Just to get us out of
sure. I
this
mean,
money prison.
we do have just a ton of ice.
They also just don't have any money. I could.
Yeah, I don't think we pushed the agenda yet.
No.
Let's put the turnpike on HQ because
Yeah,
we can res the turnpike and the slot
I
machine.
think that's the right play. Yeah, just we've lost. Like they do not have to respect a hard hitting news at all, and it feels terrible because they've
Yeah,
been in like credit nightmare land forever.
yeah,
Yeah, because if we can tick this roughneck down while we just like can't do anything.
yeah. All of a sudden, we have like many, many, many more options.
Yeah.
We just need one turn of it,
Yeah,
and then we
we
can
just need to get
install
above. If we
something.
could just get above 11 credits, we're gonna be fine.
Yeah,
Thank you for coming out. These have been some fun games.
yeah, yeah. It is fun. That Shaper game was silly, but this is good. I like this. Good game net.
Yeah, good game net. Yeah. But yeah, and we'll just make some adjustments. I think the core here is pretty strong.
Yeah. Oh, their router is angry.
Yeah. And then next week I'm going back to work.
Oh wow. Good
Yeah.
for you.
Exciting. After almost exactly 1 year.
Huh. Oh, they disconnected.
Yeah, it just feels nice to be going back to work, you know?
Yeah,
Not really, because I hate working, but
no, but it's nice to have better reasons to leave the house than just because you feel like you ought to.
I mean, so here's the thing that I always say. People in chat are laughing at me. I'm somebody who always does a good job at any job I've ever had. Like I was the top of the team at my previous job, and I broke sales records when I worked at the brokerage. But that doesn't mean like I think that working is something that we should have to do. We definitely have to do it, and you should do it well. But I definitely don't think that we should have to do it.
Wait, are people in chat laughing at you for not enjoying being an employee?
I just hate working.
I'm just confused as to what they might be
I mean,
laughing at you about.
I think just in generally, without any malice, a lot of people are indoctrinated to believe that their value derives from work.
Yeah, I know my father.
And it's like enjoying work is like an example of like moral, like
Right, the whole
morality.
Puritan thing. Yep.
Yeah, and like that's false. Like that's something that was invented so rich people could take advantage of us.
Yeah, I'm just confused by the.
In
2020, people are making fun of you for that.
The only reason why we have to work is because rich people hoarded everything.
Yeah.
Oh, this could be bad for us.
Yeah, oh, it's dreadful. But at least they don't have to find the truth. So if we draw a scarcity, I think that we play the scarcity this turn.
Yeah.
Do we consult scarcity?
No, because I don't think they're going to check that.
But okay, if they run the remote, they just win.
Yeah, probably.
We've made a second remote, so it's very obvious that server 1 has an agenda in it.
I don't think they run it. Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is there's so much to unpack with like people's relationship with work, because then people say, well, you work because you have a passion and you want to improve the world. Yeah, but you could do that without your material success being dependent upon it, right? The fact that you have to be coerced to work, the fact that you can do noble things while working or have a noble vision of your work doesn't change that the fundamental loop of why you have to work is corrupting that. Does that make sense? I mean, I know you get it.
Yeah, I was going to say uh, I'm mostly in agreement with you, so it's not
Yeah. Because
um,
I like to work, and I like to work in a job where I feel like I'm helping people, but I don't like the idea of having to work. If
what I
that
was going to say is I like doing things, and I like whatever we get like a dopamine rush from a sense of accomplishment or
from
whatever it
complete right
is.
from completing tasks.
Yeah, exactly. But in terms of like um, being interpolated into society as an employee is not something I find preferable.
Yeah. So I think now we're gonna
I think we have to consult for scarcity and then install an ice on server one.
yeah, I agree.
And then next turn we'll just take more.
So what's the install here? Is it Surveyor? I think it's Surveyor, right?
Yes, because
That's the one they can't easily break.
right.
Right, and one of my biggest issues, yeah, I mean, Hofcorp, you hit the nail on the head, right? In an ideal, like, hybrid capitalist system, your money is representative of the value of the things that you're providing to society. However, we don't live in an ideal system because people are not rational or ethical actors inside of that system. So disproportionately, you're not compensated because you're actually bringing a ton of value to society, generally speaking. What's happening is it's because you're generating more as a worker. It's related to how much profit you are generating for the people that you're working for, not how much value you're bringing to society. And that's the fundamental problem, is that workers disproportionately get compensated based on how much value they bring to their employers, not how much value they bring to society, which is why NFL athletes get paid significantly more than doctors and teachers.
And then there's another thing, which is this morning my girlfriend was reading some email that broke down how much value she had generated for the company she works for, and it was something in the millions for last year.
Oh,
And
I
her
forgot my
company's.
buck. Oh, no, I did get my buck last turn. Sorry, go ahead.
And are we going to get a buck from this too?
Maybe they have the opportunity to logic bomb it if they want.
Oh, right. Oh, nice. We get several bucks.
Yeah, we get $4. We get 4 whole bucks.
Oh no. Oh yeah. They lost money. But anyway, and her remuneration is like just absolutely nothing of that.
Yeah, I mean, I made 6 figures working for the brokerage, and I was generating millions of. I made low 6 figures working for the brokerage, and I was
Right.
generating millions of dollars of revenue.
Yeah. And what's especially weird is that I think we just gain 6, and then next turn we can advance IPO.
Yeah.
Although if they play another freedom through equality and then take money, I think they can just get there.
Yeah, no, Hofcorp, you don't need to explain to me how capitalism works. I understand how market theory and capitalism works. What I'm saying is that system as a fundamental way of allocating the goods that people need to survive and the money that people need to purchase the things that they need to survive is unethical and flawed, right?
Well, it's also just tremendously inefficient, but
Right.
whatever.
But whatever. Yeah.
Mm. Um,
Right. Because if we had an efficient system, then the people who do the hard tasks that are required for society but don't have a lot of prestige would be compensated significantly more. However, because of the way our system works, we're able to push any undesirable job, regardless of whether or not it's necessary for society, into being starvation wages because you're completely dependent upon an employer for your survival. Markets aren't. I never in this discussion did I advocate for a central economy. Things can be wrong without me saying that this other thing that's existed, like central economies, is right.
So do we IPO or do we put down a gold farmer and then we can still res the?
I think double. I think double surveyor res, leave the gold farmers unresed, is our path to victory.
Okay, sure. So then IPO. Oh,
Yeah,
so
no,
the problem is,
IPO. You're right. You're right.
yeah,
You're right. You're right.
because I don't think so. If they click liberated twice, play freedom through equality, and then run the remote, I don't think they can get in, right?
So I think honestly, one of the biggest problems, if we're being honest, Hofcorp, with our society as it exists now, is there's a tremendous amount of American exceptionalism at play, where America likes to think that it's too large and too varied to implement programs that have successfully worked out elsewhere, like
And also historically were successful
here.
here.
Right. So I'm perfectly fine for a hybrid system like you see in Northern and Western Europe and a lot of those functional democracies. And you can even adjust the systems depending on the region or state, what version of that works best for that economy. But
We definitely res, by the way.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, they have two bombs.
they put it down this turn.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're screwed.
Well, they're not going to win.
No, it's true. They're not going to win. Bomb two.
They might pay through.
Oh, if we had saved our punitives. Dan, I can't believe I let you make such a bad play as to ditch the punitives.
Well, I'm
kidding.
I don't think
That was definitely my call.
I don't think we're gonna get the. I don't think we could get the punitive here. If they had 2 cards, we could do it.
They're going to have 4, and so we'd need to land double punitive. And we had 1 punitive and 1 consulting, and we're starting with 10 credits. And no, we wouldn't have been. Oh no, we're starting with 13, but still, we wouldn't have been able to do it. They're putting. Okay, so they're drawing into. They're drawing back into their logic bomb. Super. Yes. Okay. What can we arc mem for? Scarcity?
We don't have archive mem. All right. Oh yeah.
No. Reversed accounts doesn't do a ton for us.
So
what can we draw that's good? I don't think we can draw anything good. That's fine. Wait, no. Let's hedge and then arc mem.
Reversed accounts.
Oh, reversed accounts. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm insane, James, and I'm sure that's not what you're implying either. For me, it's a very rational thing that if we're going to say as a fundamental premise, because of the number of people that exist on the earth, that people need to be contributing to society in some way in order to reap the benefits of those societies, which can be argued is an ethical standpoint, right? Even though people don't choose to live, but I'm not going to get into all of that. Then we can still structure it in a more ethical way than the system that we currently have in the United States, right? Is my point. We can structure things significantly more ethically because we can allocate resources that are public goods that end up saving people more money down the line. Everybody, like healthcare and education. We can make sure people are compensated correctly, and also have the ability to collectively bargain for their working conditions and retain more ownership over how their labor is monetized and used, etc. Right, Rob?
Yeah. I think. So let's see.
So I think this turn we push the reversed accounts.
No, I think this turn we push the Bologna because we're never going to have another scoring window, right?
Okay, so
let's think about it. They know that we have a reverse accounts.
Right, they might leave it. Yeah, let's push it.
Yeah, because if we lose this, then fine. We just
we're limp. Yeah, we're limping along here anyway.
Because this looks for all the work. Like they're just gonna leave the money on their liberateds, not touch anything. Oh, okay, I'm wrong. Okay, so they're just gonna win. That's fine.
That happens sometimes, right?
Yeah. I mean, we were gonna lose this game, so no big deal.
But we scrapped it out. We sure did.
Sure. So what I was going to say is I think that one of the things that that people tend to forget when they're talking about this sort of thing is like the great number of resources that are like public goods that the government is supposed to
that end up getting privatized.
Well, no. So not even to use that language, but like it benefits us to have like telecommunications companies, and so the government's role is to like sell or rent them the like public good, which in this case is the airwaves.
And it used to be like the cable lines and stuff. Yeah, I mean that's why every single broadcast corporation had to have a morning and an evening news program originally.
Exactly right.
It was part of their contract.
Exactly right, and so that's been diluted so much that it's like, oh hey, we get $2 before we lose.
No, we don't, because they're just going to bypass it.
Oh right, that's the one that's found. So anyway, when people start talking about like market allocation and stuff, it's hard to take it very seriously when we have like such an inefficient system to begin with that on top of that, the government isn't even fulfilling its role in
because the way money gets allocated. We haven't so one of the biggest things as somebody who's a student of history and of politics, that one of the things that's so infuriating to me is when people talk about the failure of the US government to provide a lot of these things, which I agree they have. On the wave of 2008, when Obama got elected, okay, one of the big things that rose in this country was the Tea Party. And the Tea Party was an entire party based on the idea that the government is corrupt. So the way that we fix it is I'm campaigning that I'm going to get elected and do nothing.
Yeah.
Like, that was their stated platform. I'm going to get in there and remove and restrict and reduce government ability to act so that your money stops being wasted. But that's not what they did. They got in, and the money is still being wasted. It's just being wasted for them and their friends instead of on government programs. So, for me, one of the biggest things is, like, we have such, like, a plundering of public goods by corporations because of that's how our politics work. Now we have an entire party that's based on running on the platform of, I will make the government not work. So, like, the biggest thing that I always point to, which has been pointed to multiple times in the last few years, is insulin. Insulin was developed Insulin was developed with public money. It was a completely public-funded drug for an epidemic that existed at the time, right? But the government doesn't have pharmaceutical factories. So they said, we're going to give this copyright to these companies, not for them to own, but for them to have to be able to produce the drug and put it to market. And then they started abusing intellectual property laws, making minor changes to the drug, copyrighting it, and then ceasing production on the public domain version of the drug.
Exactly.
So that they could privatize a public good, and now insulin costs $400 a vial in the United States.
Yeah, and vile is the operative word there.
Right. And it's just insane. Yeah, oh, it's a bipartisan system. Like, the entire Democratic Party is a center-right party, for the most part, with the exception of a handful of people on the national scale. Almost everybody is pro-business in our government, and that's the problem. Like, I'm going to get on my bandstand, and it's only because of the way our society is structured around money and capital and big business that any of these things are allowed to happen. So that's ultimately my point. Going roundabout. But anyway, this has been Dan's Politics Hour.
Single party state.
Definitely not that.
No. We have an effective single party state.
We have an effective single party state. I would like to see a plural party state so that people are actually forced to create coalitions to actually get shit done, because then people actually have to work and pass laws together. Otherwise, everybody doesn't get elected, right?
Right. And then I think that another, like with the original sin of the United States is federalism. So we need to abolish the states and form like a unitary state, because our union of states doesn't work very well when there are no union bylaws, and companies can set up bidding wars between two states for who will charge them the least in payroll tax or in whatever,
or just not charge tax at all for the privilege, for the privilege of bringing in tech jobs, of which most of the people will be people that move to the city to work there.
Yeah, that's the most recent example.
Yeah, I mean, but it happens all the time.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, right. So the issue should be Hofcorp, not that is the natural state when people are allowed to pursue profit to that unethical degree. So then the way that people don't like to talk about it because of sacred capitalism is if people move their entire thing, their whole operation to China because they can abuse workers there, then their products aren't sellable in the United States. Period. Like, if you're if you're incorporated in the United States, you don't get to sell products that are whole made outside of the United States with slave labor in the United States. But we'll never do that because the government's completely bought and sold, right? Like, there was an option to save unions, and the government sided with the companies because those were the ones that paid to help the politicians get reelected. So the narrative became unions destroyed America instead of greed destroyed the American manufacturing because they wanted to pay somebody a nickel in China to do it instead.
I still find it wild that, like, I have friends in unions and other friends who have parents who are members of unions, and virtually all of them are, because of encouragement from their union leaders, Republicans, which just strikes me as totally bizarre. But
I digress. Everybody, this has been a wonderful. We've almost done a 4-hour stream today, so that was great. I got to make myself some lunch because I'm really hungry. Rob, thank you as always for your
cheers
for your piloting, and until we see you again, always be running.